Okay, so I'm going to review my practice amp. It says Marshall on it, but it's not a Marshall. I replaced the Rogue logo with Marshall because it really looks like a Marshall amp. It's got the gold here and then the black, so I thought it looked like a Marshall, so I thought it'd be neat to put a Marshall logo on it, so I did. So yeah, it's by Rogue, made in Korea. I think I picked this up in 2003. They don't make them anymore, but it has turned out to be a really great practice amp to have. It's got great tonal features, and obviously it's still working. So Korean tech and manufacturing is really good. So that's about all with that. So it is called the CG50B, B for bass. In the back, it has send and return and a bass boost. I think it's a jack for a bass boost pedal. On the front, it's got high and low. I always plug into low. I've only taken this to jam with the drummer one time, and it wasn't quite enough at 50 watts. You could get it loud enough, but you had to sacrifice tone for it. But it's been a great practice amp. I even had a carbon, I think it was a 200 watt amp that you could plug into external speaker. And when it came time that I needed to get some fast cash, I decided to sell that one rather than this one. So on the front, it's got presence, volume. On the tones, it's got high, mid, and low. This is a graphic EQ. There's the graphic EQ. Those are the what is that? Hertz frequency. Those are the frequencies. And then you have a line out and a phone jack, and then the on off. And so I will turn it on. This is with no EQ, no effects pedals, just the bass straight in. Let me play something that sounds like U2. Then we'll put the EQ on. And that was with the on the bass. I have a jazz bass pickup and P bass setup. So if you were to put only the jazz bass, it's still pretty thick. Here's both of them. Jazz bass pickup only. So that's the tones that it gets. I don't want to play with my tones because then I might not get them back. But I usually don't have the graphic EQ on, just because usually I'm just trying to learn something. So. But if I really want some good tone and I'm playing along to something, I definitely always have that on. So a lot of people talk about gear that they wish they would have never sold. I've actually tried to sell this thing 2 or 3 times, and it was just because of the brand, the Rogue brand. It was worthless. I couldn't even sell it. And so now that I fully appreciate it, I'm glad that I never sold it. And there's no reviews of this particular model on YouTube. There is the 120 and the 30 version. I thought the 30 watt version just didn't have enough power to get decent tones, but this one does, but doesn't really have enough power to jam with a full band. Not that 120 watts would really do it out of a single speaker either, but that would have been nice to have the extra power, just to, at least to bug the neighbors. Anyway, if you ever see one of these in a pawn shop, you might want to grab it.